Broken T Society. My name is Leo Rooney. I'm the COO and Director of Performance here at UGP. We're going to go through a 20-minute ultimate golf workout. We've put in all the essentials into a very simple workout that covers you when it comes to golf performance training. See this as a multivitamin that you can take 3 times a week to improve your game. So we're going to start with our 3D warm-up. We're going to take a step forward and extend overhead, just like this. And I'll do a rep from the side just so you can see I'm taking a half lunge and extending overhead. Then we're going to get into our side bend. So half lunge, reach to the side, and alternate. And all these we're going to do 10 reps per side, keeping it very simple. Now we're going to add rotation to that lunge. I'm going to step forward and rotate. Feel the load into the glute as you step forward, and then keep your eyes forward and reach to the side and to the sky at the same time while you rotate your upper body. That covers all 3 planes. Now we're going to get down on the ground, and we're going to start with a glute bridge. So we're from right here, very simple. Glute bridge, 10 reps. And then we're going to add a single leg glute bridge, also 10 per side to really warm up the glutes. And then we're going to go into a bird dog. So on all 4, you're going to extend the opposite arm and leg and hold for a second and come back. Hold for a second and come back. 10 each side, really get the core going, get you stronger and more functional in the golf swing. From here, we're going to do a T-spine rotation. So hand behind your head, we're going to reach down and rotate up. Nice and slow, feel the rotation and open up that upper back. And from here, we're going to go into what we call a cat-cow. So we're going to extend our back and then flex. And go slow here. Up and down. And now we're going to go into our hip mobility routine. So we're going to start with a 90-degree angle in both knees, right here and right here. I'm going to eyes forward, hands behind your back, and we're going to try and stay there as we go side to side and open up the hips. So right here, this is internal hip rotation. This is absolutely critical for all golfers to have. A lot of people lack hip mobility internally. That's why this exercise is so essential to have part of your routine. And you can do this every day, 20, 30 reps a day, to really open up your hips. Now we're going to go into what we call tactical frogs. So we're going to go wide with the knees. We're going to sit back on our heels and really feel the inner thigh stretch. Sit back, and as you come up, you're going to rotate the foot out. And we're going to alternate. We're going to open up the hip joint in a way that you probably have never done before. And from here, we're going to transition into a half frogger. So keep the knee position, but just extend one leg straight out. And from here, we're going to rotate both ways. This way, which is the easier side, and then the harder side. So rotate both ways. You're going to feel a stretch in here on the inner thigh. And you're going to rotate, and the more you rotate, the deeper that stretch is going to be on the opposite leg. We always want to alternate and do both sides. And from here, we're going to go into a push-up position. And we're going to do a push-up and sit back and really feel the ham is in the back. Just like this. And from here, we're going to do a full step. And remember, it's 10 reps per exercise. Step forward. Feel this big stretch of my hip flexor on the inside. I'm going to try and reach the floor with my elbow and then rotate up. We call this the world's greatest stretch. We'll do 10 reps here and then switch side. 10 reps here. And feel, some of you are going to have a hard time reaching the floor with the elbow, so that's a good challenge. Try and keep doing it over and over again and get closer to the floor. All right, now we're going to get into separation. Separation between the upper and lower body in the golf swing is key, because if we move the upper and lower body at the same time, we're going to get inconsistent striking, and you won't get the sequence you want in the golf swing. So we're going to do an X Factor drill. Cross your arms over your chest. You're going to rotate into your front leg as you lunge, and then from here, drive up into a high knee, and you're going to rotate into that upper knee. So rotate into the front, rotate into the front. And you see how my balance is challenged here, and I'm forced to rotate in opposite direction, upper and lower body. 10 each side will really challenge your functional movement. Now we're going to go into the med balls, throws. So we're going to be facing a wall. If you don't have that, you can just throw it outside or throw it at a friend. And we're going to simply start with a throw in your golf posture. So load up, kind of swing into your trail side and feel that load. And then we're going to try and smash the wall as hard as you can. Med ball throws are great to increase your speed and power. Go light, 4 pounds, 6 pounds. Try and not go heavier, because it will slow you down, and that defeats the purpose. Then we're working on strength and not power and speed anymore. So load into the tray side and explode into the wall. We'll do 8 reps per side there, and then we're going to go into our push and pull. So you can use a cable machine in the gym, you can use a band at home, but we're simply going to do a staggered stance with the cable at your chest, and from here we're going to push and do the opposite movement with the other arm. So you want to push, feel the power and strength through, do 8 each side, and then turn around. After doing those 2 sets of 8, we're going to do the same thing, same movement, but pulling. So we're going to pull and drive the other arm into the push position. All right, now we're going to do our last set, and we're going to introduce a kettlebell. You can use a dumbbell or any other weight. We're going to start with a lateral lunge. So take the weight in one side, and you're going to take a big step and almost let that weight just fall into that side. Feel the glute load up into the side. So the momentum is pulling you in here, and almost feel like you're sitting back on that left back pocket. And from here, drive up and let that momentum go back and forth. We're going to do 8 on each side there. Great for lateral strength and stability in the golf swing, because remember, in the golf swing, we're moving side to side while rotating. So these 2 planes, side to side and rotational, is actually more important than the up and down plane. And most fitness is done in up and down, what we call the sagittal plane. So we really need to start working more side to side in the frontal plane while rotating. Next exercise, we're going to do a march. So you're going to put that kettlebell at your chest. Let the weight rest between your forearm and bicep. Make a fist on the other side. We're going to really activate the core here. And we're going to march in place. And this should really challenge your balance and stability. And you can go heavier if this feels too easy. And then switch side. 8 each side. 2 sets. And And the last exercise of this workout is going to be a single leg RDL. And this is a hinging movement, very different from squatting. So you're going to take it in one hand. You can use a kettlebell, dumbbell, any type of weight. And you're going to hinge from the hip, and you're going to feel that hamstring load up. So it's not a squat or anything like that. You want to hinge from the hip. Imagine there's an angle going through the hip, and you're just angling straight down. Feel the hamstring load up, and drive up the hip and feel the glutes squeeze at the top. 8 reps each side to hit further drives. And that is the 20-minute ultimate golf workout. We really focused a lot on mobility and stability because that is usually the low-hanging fruit for most golfers. Try this workout out 3 times a week for the next 4 weeks and see how you feel. See if you perform differently on the golf course. Look at it as a multivitamin that you can take. Doesn't take too much time. And hopefully this will help you reach your index experiment goals in 2024.